What is up, guys? It is Flash back with some more charts and another video. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd. It's about 3:09 p.m. Eastern. Title of this video is Uranium Stocks, Bull Flags, and Channels Everywhere. And so I'm going to go through these tickers as I normally do and just kind of point out some things I'm seeing on the charts, and they look like bull flags, they look like upwards channels. Just kind of more things to give us confidence that we're still in this bull market. It's a long game. We got to stick with it and have some patience. So right now we're looking at the weekly time frame on CCJ Cameco Corporation, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. They are consolidations, they're upwards consolidations, and kind of exemplified with CCJ. There's a couple touch points, especially on the bottom, maybe one on the top, but I think for the sake of this exercise, this is an upward sloping consolidation, which I would say is ultimately bullish, especially on the weekly time frame. I started out with CCJ, but just to look at URA, you guys have seen this chart of mine pretty frequently. I'm kind of seeing this accumulation cylinder, if you will, but also within it is this upsloping trend. Whether it's a bull flag, you don't really see upward sloping bull flags, but again, it's a consolidation, but we're consolidating to the upside, which I think is ultimately bullish. And so just to kind of continue going through these, some ratios I like to look at. Don't have to spend too much time here, but URA compared to the S&P 500 looks like we're kind of squeezing in some sort of wedge, which I would consider bullish. And then URA versus gold, again, I think once we break out this downward sloping trend line, that's when we're going to start outperforming gold again. Okay, so CCJ, upward sloping channel. Bannerman, you have your falling wedge, bullish consolidation, breakout, and now we are just in an upward sloping trend line. Ideally, we continue into this trend throughout the remainder of 2024 into 2025 and hopefully break out of it to the upside. I think that's incredibly bullish. But for right now, we are just stair-stepping our way upwards. It's a slow grind, but I have no reason to not be bullish right now, especially with seeing these consolidations. Boss Energy. Got to zoom out on this one to get this line to where we want it to be. Actually, really, it's on the monthly. We kind of have this parabola, which is a really cool trend line, but we'll see if it holds or not. On the weekly, the line kind of gets a little bit skewed and messed up, but again, up, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, hopefully, right? Bottom of this trend, upward sloping trend line. Paladin, man, does this stock look good. But Paladin, upward sloping trend line. I don't think it's a bull flag per se. It's just the trend is up. The trend is your friend until the end, right? So let's just, a couple down week last week, down week this week. But again, build the energy. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Let's see where the 36-week moving average is, right on the trend line. I mean, does it get any more simple than this? This 36-week moving average is just going to continue pushing the stock up, I think. All looks well. All looks good. Encore. Man, this one looks good. This one has a lot of touch points, looks clean. Encore Energy. So another leaders of the pack. Encore is one of my favorites. Steady as she goes. FSY. So this FSY is a little bit of a different one here. This is your classic bull flag. And it's especially classic because it's underneath big resistance. So the fact that we had a bullish wedge here, beautiful bullish wedge, breakout, we're underneath the big resistance at about 110, and we're consolidating underneath that big resistance in a bull flag formation. So again, FSY, if we zoom out, just looks so good. It almost takes your breath away, right? But nice, just classic bull flag. Love to see it. UEC, could draw this a couple different ways, but I elected to do a similar, sideways bull flag consolidation. Again, just building the energy. Next gen, Classic upwards trend line, multiple touch points on both sides. Big, strong week so far this week. It looks pretty good to continue higher. Love next gen. Denison Mines. We're on the verge. It looks like we've broken out and we're back testing now. $2. Very, very powerful looking chart. Beautiful upwards trend line. ISO. I could also go like this, I suppose, with ISO. It's more of a sideways. More sideways, but both look good. Both look valid. Again, just a consolidation. Buyers and sellers exchanging hands, consolidating before the next move up with the energy that it needs. Centris, LEU. This one is a little bit sketchy in terms of, is this a bull flag? Is this, an ABC correction? Do we have more downside? Remains to be seen, but we're finding support right on these rails, which go back a long way, back to 2019. So I'd love to see Centris kind of grind its way up here, build the energy, and then a big powerful move in 2024, 2025. Elevate, another sideways upwards trend. Just got to continue holding it. This looks like a big consolidation. I'm going to say it again, but guys, we're just building the energy for a bigger move higher. Love Sky Harbor as well. This one's, this is how I kind of spotted these bull flags, these channels. I was playing around with Sky Harbor. I was like, this looks like a bull flag to me, and we're right on the bottom of the arc. So hopefully this week, next week, we start moving a little bit higher up to 54, 55 cents before we can break out of this broader consolidation. So Sky Harbor looks great. Laramide breaking out of this monthly. Let's look at this. On the monthly, I was kind of playing around with this rectangle. Kind of as a zone of support, resistance, kind of a breakout here. You know what, we could probably put another rectangle, right here, kind of a congestion area. So this is still basing out, but again, we're flagging to advance to this next stage. All we want to do is keep advancing. MGA, beauty chart, beauty bull flag. We're making resistance into support. Got to zoom out to kind of see that and appreciate that, but this line, similar to Laramide, is support resistance zone. Deep yellow, DYL, another one with a lot of touch points. Upward sloping trend line, looks beautiful. Let's just continue the march up. Energy fuels, kind of a nasty drop this week and last week, but hey, we're right on a big support zone. Got a rail coming up here from January 11th, 2021, and this general support area within $5. Again, this screams like a buy to me. Got to kind of be a little bit contrarian, be greedy when others are fearful. I think that's exactly what this situation is presenting. Not financial advice, do your own research. No flag on this one, but man, that's a juicy spot to load up in my opinion. GLO needs time to consolidate. Western Uranium, beauty of a chart. Gotta lower this just slightly. But yeah, upwards trend line, baby. Before we break out of this huge bull, kind of a cup. Maybe we're gonna have a handle and then explosion upwards, I think. UROY has some work to do. F3. I had kind of a rising wedge formation on this, but F3 looks like this is just an upwards consolidation bull flag. Love to see it. Cap, consolidating, and then Can Alaska just doing its thing. I guess we could actually go like this on Can Alaska. Something like that, maybe. Might be a force. I'm not trying to force it here, guys. I'm just trying to point out some things I'm seeing that others may not see. I have the bigger picture in mind, right? So that's all I got for today. A couple bull flags, a couple upward sloping channels to give you guys confidence that, hey, this is the real deal. Just got to have some patience. This is Flash signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.